Look to the sky, for one day soon the dawn will come.
Hello there, welcome to the Antlered Crown. My name is Elwyn, and this is a weekly reading for the week ahead for Earth signs. So, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, this will be for you. First, let's turn over some cards and look at your week ahead. For some of you, and get some insight on possible challenges that may be arising if I can shuffle these cards. Yes. Many of you Earth signs right now may be feeling a change. You may be feeling something is happening for some of you. The Mirror. A strange card. It is a form of death of an ego. Not in a bad way. Of a persona. A persona that is born from a past. An ego that is born from the past. And here, there is death. And instead reflection, and what may reflect back transforms you to your very fibre of your being. You may be looking at certain weaknesses because you are meant to turn them into strengths. Now, Earth signs, you may want to hide. You may want to get under the duvet and let it pass. But, like this person, she cannot stay in her cave. There is a higher calling here. Her purpose is calling her. She knows that she must go out and venture. And there is always risk within this, the same that there may be risks within these forms of healing, this reflective introspection. But there is reason for it, and therefore, try to trust that what is happening for the reasons of your betterment. It is to keep you balanced. It is to keep your harmony intact in your life. You may be feeling this way, but think of it like this. Perhaps you are getting rid of certain things right now, certain holds of belief and things like this that no longer can serve you, that may be fundamentally not wrong, but different to what you first held. This may be for one reason and one reason only. Because dealing with it now is better than dealing with it later after it's jeopardized everything that is to come. You are being prepared, many of you. The Fox. Mischievous, cunning, agile, and quick. The Trickster, yes, but also a wild, untamable spirit, full of energy and life. They can make a meal out of anything. And this is the energy that you should carry throughout this next week. The energy of the Fox, the mysticism of it, the sheer wonder it sees in its world and the opportunities. The whole world to the Fox is a playground. They never grow out of being cubs. And this may be just what you need to help you through some of these things. Do not look out at what you see here as a trial, as a mountain. Instead, look at it like a fox. It is a playground, and it is an opportunity for something new, an adventure, something better. Right. So, others of you may be working very hard to maintain what you have, it seems. The ancestor. To build something, to build a legacy in some way. Perhaps your thoughts are being turned to this right now. It is all right. Do not put too much pressure on yourself. The water of life is in its fluidity. It cannot be channeled in this way. Lessons must be learnt for every generation that comes and goes. The means and methods may be different, but the lessons are the same. The abundance of now, to be within the present, be mindful of the now, and grateful for it, can help forming more abundance for some of you. Do not get too caught up in the race. It is not a race. The swan, graceful, yet panicking underneath. You may be feeling like this, and it's all right. As a matter of fact, it's more than all right. Just because the swan looks graceful on the top, the legs are going so fast. But it can be a sign to calm down, to slow down, just for a bit. Working on the self, taking some time out, is not always the end of something. There are little pit stops in life that we heal. We're not truly doing nothing. We're preparing ourselves, and we are allowing ourselves to be prepared for the next stage of our lives, for whatever that may be. This is something that you can decisively do. Now, let us have a look at careers for Earth signs. So, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. What have we got here in the way of career, work, learning, education, study, finance, financial security? What do the majority of Earth signs need to know for the week ahead? What can be coming? What challenges may present themselves? All right. The heron. A strange creature. The heron here is determination, spirit. It stays completely still in the waters, waiting. It waits for what it wants to come to it. It does not thrash around. It does not cause a stir. It does not swoop or dive. It has found its own technique when it comes to getting what it wants. Career-wise, you may need to find your own technique also. Much like the heron, watch and wait. Be still. Read the room with work, with careers. See what comes to you and what use you can make of your environment. Creativity here, linking with the other card. Your creativity is how this can be developed, how this can be applied to work, even when you think it may not. Coming up with things like this, the heron and creativity, There are forms of being noticed here. Doing things differently but more effectively can often be the case when these two cards can be applied to work. What comes from this could be generosity. Compliments. We all like compliments. Some of you, there may be a form of promotion here. Now, where compliments are concerned, you may find that there is a reignition for something, a passion for work that you may have lost in some way. Reunion speaks of this. It is not reunion of two people or other peoples. It is more of a reunion to what you like to do. And it doesn't even matter if you're not particularly fond of your own work. The reunion is still the same. There was passion there originally where it was fresh and new. And just because it's got same and a bit oldie doesn't mean that that passion can't be rekindled. By finding this, by doing different things, by learning a different technique about how to go about things, changing things up a bit in the next week, you can also find this passion. Now, others of you, the shaman is here. The shaman brings healing, brings wisdom and insight into work life. Coming up, there is a lot to do with new ideas. You may have ideas here, Earth signs. Many of you have ideas, good ideas, but it is about lacking of confidence. Have the confidence, have the courage to try things, to say things, to soundboard things, okay? The healing here, once again, being brought from the shaman, or shaman, if you like. This healing is close to here. This may be getting back on your feet about something. If you do not have work in particular, or you're looking for work as well, the healing can mean this, that you are beginning to get over. Because when you do lose work, or you've been looking for work and you just can't get any, or you can't find the job you're after and it just doesn't go your way, this healing, your pride gets hurt sometimes. We take things personally, especially if you're an earth sign. But that's okay. This healing can come from an insight, perhaps a hand up in some way may be coming. The foundation of life. Looking for a good footing here is important, especially when it comes to the future. Something that you can build on career-wise, perhaps. The horse. The Knight of Stones. Once again, sturdy, level footing. The horse here is a free spirit. Do not conform to what doesn't suit you. If you are looking for work, particularly some of you, do not settle for something that you know will not fulfill you. There are other things ahead. There has to be the right fit here. Everyone has that place. Few people find it. Now, that's some of you for love. Coffee. Now, sorry, that's some of you for career. Obviously. Let's do love. Okay. No, you don't. Okay, what's happening for Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn when it comes to love in the next week? Relationships, or looking for relationships. What's happening here? Ooh, fingers and thumbs again. Okay. I don't know why, but there's someone here when it comes to earth signs. someone here that is an earth sign. Some of you may be feeling this. So I'm just going to put this out here. Basically, I turned over 3 cards, and all of a sudden something did stop and talk about this. There is these 3 cards. The King of Cups, okay, the 3 of Wheels, and the King of Wands. This here, these 3 cards, is about decisions. There seems to be something to do with love on either side, like there are 2 possible outcomes to a love, yet you, the individual here, are in the middle, and you are working on yourself. And you're trying so hard to work on yourself, and these are more of a distraction. Perhaps a nice distraction, but a distraction nonetheless. And it's kind of unwanted, is what I was feeling when I pulled those cards over. The 9 of Wands here. You are taking something up, taking a path up that you may have not wanted to originally. However, it is important to do so. It is important because this is the steps towards healing, and it can be rough. The World here. This encompasses everything that has happened before, the good and the bad, and the effects that it may have left emotionally on you. This could be why you want to work on yourself, and yet these other things, the 2 people in a way, are not leaving you alone. There are 2 different things, and it's getting a bit much in that sense. Okay? Now, you must do you. Okay? You must do you. You must love the self first. Self-love is incredibly important here for you, for whoever this is. Okay, obviously I think it's more than one person, but it's an earth sign, and this particularly is doing you. Okay, choose you. There is time for that later, but right now there is work that needs to be done for you in order to get past something, to step into something new that isn't, nothing else is going to interrupt later on that. All right, the 5 of Wands, a conflict here. Okay, it may bring about an argument by saying, I don't choose anyone, I choose myself. But nevertheless, it is the choice to make. People understand that, even if they don't want to right now. Now, that's for some people in particular, I feel. Let's have a look at this one. Now, others of you, why are you hiding? Why are you hiding when it comes to feelings of love? There is the Temperance, the timid, the lovers, the choices, the fears, the pros and the cons to a love, to a romance. There is choice, a feeling that something must be sacrificed when it comes to love. The Knight of Cups, someone is offering love. They are offering, extending a hand. They are showing interest, verbally in many ways. This is received, but simply still, there is a shyness here. Something is being hidden. This may be due to a pain, perhaps, of a past. However, the cards here, very similar in many ways to the others. This one says that the fool should take the leap. The fool, in its ignorance, does not even notice the cliff. And as far as the fool is concerned, there is no cliff. There is only the goal. No matter how unachievable it may seem to everyone else, this is why he is known as the fool, from the outward perspective. From the inwards perspective, he is the doer, the dreamer, the happy-go-lucky, the manifester in many ways, although that's kind of the magician, but you get the point. the inner conflict between the outwards perspective and the inwards perspective. Let the inwards perspective take a moment here. Do not see everyone else. Do not see what other people see. See only what you do. Feel only what you do. It can lead you to great love if you allow it. Well, I think that covers everything for the earth signs for this week. Thank you for coming to my channel. Please like, subscribe, comment if you haven't, especially if it resonated. I'm on TikTok, where I go live Mondays and Fridays, 8 or 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm also on Instagram, and I have an Etsy store for any private readings that you may like. The links are all in the info underneath the description. Thank you very much for coming, and have a wonderful week. Goodbye.